All right. Yep, I think we're live. All right, guys, welcome back to Ask Me Anything Sunday session. This is yet another Sunday, right? So if this is the first time you watch this is what I do. My name is Jason. This is the first time you see me, I'm a Facebook ads coach and digital marketer. I have helped thousands of people from all around the world navigating success in Facebook advertising and digital marketing. So what I do here is every Sunday night, I will go live on my YouTube channel as well as my social media presence on Facebook. And basically what I do here is I'll answer your questions regarding Facebook advertising and digital marketing. So if you have any questions at all right, I would suggest that you go to my YouTube channel and try to search for an answer, as in like type your question in to see you can actually find any videos, because up to now I have actually posted 860 over videos on my YouTube channel answering questions like this, and chances are I probably have answered your question before. So yeah, just try to search for it. If not, don't worry, right? Just post your questions as a comment on any videos on my YouTube channel, and I'll grab them over and I will answer your questions over here on Sunday night. So if you ask your questions, just come back on the next Sunday night to, listen to my answer. I have been doing this for 96 weeks now. This is episode 96. We're inching towards episode 100. We're inching towards 100 episode. And of course, I will continue to do this because this is really what I enjoy doing. And of course, if you're here, if you have any questions, feel free to pop in the chat. I can see my friend Chiwai is already here. What's up, Chiwai? And anyone else who is watching this, okay, yeah, welcome in. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, just post them over here in the chat. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just go over some questions that I received on YouTube channel. And after that, if you have any questions, you can post them here. I will come and actually look into it and answer your questions over here. I'll do my best. All right. And yep, I'm just going to bring it in. So this is Ask Me Anything Sunday on Facebook and YouTube. So today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. I suppose this is not going to be a very long one. So just go through them one by one. All right. First question I have is from Nasmo Islam. Nasmo is asking how to watch all the YouTube channel shorts. You couldn't find the previous shorts anywhere on my channel. Actually, I have only posted, I think, less than 5 shorts on my YouTube channel, and it should be on my channel. I'm actually looking at it right now. If you're actually browsing it on your mobile phone, you just scroll all the way down to the bottom. You can see shorts section to be at the last of my YouTube channel page. Okay, my channel page usually feature things like my free training, my Facebook ads tips and stuff like that. And then basically, yeah, that's what I do. And of course, we have some shows over here. But if you want to look at shorts, you have to go all the way down to the bottom of my channel page to find my shorts. And I'm actually looking at it. I have 4 shorts only. Nothing much to watch, my friend, seriously. And okay, the other day I just had the discussion with one of my students who actually attended my YouTube channel. YouTube channel from scratch training, which I did about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, so what we did was we actually had this 2 days training, sharing how I built my YouTube channel, not 1 but 2 of them, and I'm building my 3rd one. So basically, this is really from my own learning experience, building 2 monetized YouTube channel in since 2020. So yeah, so when it comes to YouTube channel, right? After discussing with the student, because it came with a one-on-one session for my student. So basically, I actually audited her channel, and I realized, after we dissect the numbers and all that, we came to a conclusion that Reels type or TikTok type kind of so-called TikTok type kind of like content, which is Reels or Shorts, right? All this kind of stuff, actually not working that well on YouTube, because you have to understand YouTube as of now, most people are actually using it for information, for learning purposes. So very little people go there looking for, just browsing mindlessly or aimlessly. So the way they consume content is slightly different because YouTube is still a very much an intent-based channel whereby people are there with certain intention. They want to look for an answer. So the way you structure your content on YouTube is slightly different. You can't use whatever work on Reels or TikTok or Instagram, I mean Reels, to actually do it on YouTube. It may not work as well. So what I did was I actually did a experiment with my, like previously, I actually created some Reels for my TikTok and Instagram, and I also posted it on my YouTube channel. Turns out, I think YouTube is the least performing one. So if you want to really work well on YouTube channel, you really actually need to create content that are very much catering to the search intent, which means very much SEO based. You have to actually structure the way you present content also has to be a little bit different compared to what you do on other channel. So yeah. So Nasmo, sorry, I digress. But if you want to look for like more video, I don't have a lot of shorts, but I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel, 800 over them to be exact. So just feel free to search on my YouTube channel to look for any, potential answer that for your question. Okay. All right. So real quick, we have Kevin here. What's up? And okay, now I'm just gonna go to the next one. Now the next question is coming from Boy. Boy is asking how to remove a Facebook primary page from a restricted business manager. Okay, short answer is you can't do anything on a restricted business manager. So here's what I think. But okay, I could be wrong, yeah? Based on my understanding, based on my experience, okay, when you have a restricted business manager, you can't do anything on the business manager anymore, including removing any assets. So basically, if your page is tied to a restricted business manager, okay, you can't, in a way, you can't remove it from that business manager. However, if the page is not affected by the restriction and you want to take the page back to run ads using new business manager or whatnot, what I can suggest you to do is you can actually write to Facebook and request to claim an asset from, to claim an asset, as in like, it's a similar situation as in when somebody kind of like take over your Facebook page, illegally and unrightfully, you can actually file a complaint, a case to Facebook and say that, hey, this is actually mine. This is my business entity. I've been doing this over here and I want to take it back. So I think that's the whole thing, because basically you can't remove anything from a restricted business manager, which means the page will forever be tied to it. And it's a bad thing because if you want to take the page over to a new business manager, technically you can't really do that. But you can try. What you can actually try is, instead of trying to remove it from your existing business manager, you can actually claim it, okay, as another, into another business manager to see whether you can approve it to be removed. You get what I mean? It's not, you can't remove it, but somebody else, another business manager, can claim it, and you then see whether you can, approve that or not. So it's pretty much that. Yeah, it's a very sticky situation. In the past 1 week, I actually spoke to so many people, that has this issue. A few of them actually coming from the state. One of them came from India, and all that. All these are, I actually experienced some interesting cases. And to be frank, when you have an account restriction issue, right, there could be a lot of different situation. And I'm sure that if we look harder, there should be a way for us to actually work around and at least to start advertising back again. So this is really something that, in case you need help, you want somebody to look at your situation, to look at, go into your business manager, go into your restriction, to look at if there is any other way to actually solve your problem, or at least, bypass something, or, at least get something working first. You can actually book a one-on-one session with me. This is a 30-minute Ask Me Anything session over Zoom. So what we do is we actually will have a Zoom call for half an hour, and I will look at your situation. I'll give you recommendations about what you can do, because a lot of times you only need a third-party opinion to, to look into whatever, because like I said, there are so many different scenarios out there in the world right now with this restriction issue. you need somebody with a little bit more experience. So I probably can help, but here's the thing: I can't promise that I can solve your problem 100%. Okay, there is no guarantee on this thing. But if you just want somebody to look at it, this is really just buy me a coffee, and we will actually look into your situation together, and hopefully I'll give you some suggestion about what you can do next. All right, boy, that's your question. And next, we want to come back to Embassy. Now, Embassy, I remember this face. Actually, Embassy was funny boy last week. Okay, so Embassy was actually, the whole question actually started from funny boy asking, if you want to create a Facebook pixel for a domain that is not renewed, can you do that? Here's the thing. Okay, and then he came back and said that if you want to create a pixel on the same Facebook Ads Manager account without activating the other one, is that possible? Like, you don't want to renew the old domain for now because it's out of use for now. Okay, let me put it in a very simple way for us to understand this situation. Okay, you can't create a Facebook pixel for just a domain. Okay, it has to be a website or a landing page, which means there's a place where people can browse, can visit over the internet. Then only you need to create a pixel and place the pixel into the website or the landing page so that you can start tracking all the activities on your website. However, if you don't have a website, having a domain itself, you don't need to create a pixel for it unless you have a website already. Because if you create, you won't be able to activate it. You get what I mean? Because in order to activate a pixel, it has to start having activities on a website or landing page. So yeah, so you don't. So here's the thing, right? Funny boy, you can actually, Embassy over here, you can create quite a number of Facebook pixel with your Facebook ads account. Okay, I don't think there is a restriction on how many pixels you can create, but bear in mind, you can't delete the old pixel. So let's say, I just want to give you some suggestion over here. So let's say if you have abc.com that you don't want to renew, you want to start a efg.com, for example. And since the abc.com was not used before, it's not activated, you can actually rename abc.com to efg.com and to tie it with your efg.com website when you have it. So this is how you can do it. You don't want to create too many pixels to an extent that you feel annoyed by it. Especially those with OCD, you'll feel very annoyed when you have too many things unused because you can't technically delete a Facebook pixel. So think twice before you do anything. All right, Embassy? But bottom line, you don't need a pixel to run ads, because if you don't have a website, just run ads and you can actually drive people to your whatever WhatsApp or messages or whatnot, and you can actually still do retargeting and exclusion, and you can still use custom audiences, because technically custom audiences gathers people from Facebook, Instagram, website, mobile apps, and everywhere else. So having a pixel is just one of it. It doesn't really matter. If you don't have a website, don't need to think about having a pixel. Okay? Cool. So, yep. So this is where we are actually looking at it right now. And right. So that's Embassy. All right. And I want to go to the next question over here, which is, okay. So at the ad level, so James is asking, all right, at the ad level, ad setup, creating ad, using existing posts, use Creative Hub mockup. Okay, you want to use an existing post in sales objective. So yeah, okay, here's the thing. You want to use an existing post, you go to, yes, create ad using existing post, and you should be able to select a post that you have posted on your Facebook page to be used as an advertisement. However, James, I want to put it here for you first. Not every post type can be used, okay, as an ad. So like, for example, if a post with multiple images, you can't do that, all right? You can't use it, even if you can't choose it as an existing post, you can't even select it in the ads manager. So yeah, if you want to use it, just go to add, create ad, use an existing post and select the post, but not all posts can be used. So you probably want to read a little bit further, and you want to make sure that you create an ad or create a post that can be used as an ad. Okay, so that's James. Okay, now James, just in case you are unsure and you need somebody's help, you can actually, scan this QR code. This is where you can actually spend half an hour with me after you buy me a coffee. Of course, I mean, it's not free, but it's almost free. So buy me a coffee and we will spend half an hour together to answer any questions. You can share your screen. We can walk through certain things together to see whether, this is the right thing or this is the wrong thing, or what else can we do, something about it. So this is where you can actually, buy me a coffee and we can spend half an hour together to look at any questions you have regarding Facebook advertising and digital marketing. So this is Ask Me Anything for 30 minutes. Okay. So, so that's for James. Now, the next one is we have Narit Kanjana Asawa. Narit asked this question. This is a long one. Let me take a sip of water. So Narit has a long question. Let me read carefully. So Narit said, hello, Jason. I would like to know your opinion on my Facebook optimization tactic right now. Usually when I decide to increase or decrease budget or to turn off underperforming ads, we use a time frame of 30 days to make that judgment as accurate and efficiency as possible, because we believe that some ads is good, but just at the time frame under 30 days, your customer may not be ready to buy. Some customer buy stuff first day of the month, and some customer buy end of the month. So you believe if you make any decision in the time frame or less than 30 days, the judgment will not be accurate as it should be. You want to know my opinion. Thank you, Narit. Thanks for this question. It's a very, very good question. Now here's the thing. Okay, when you have only one ad running, you have to remember, when you have only one campaign or one ad set running, all right, Facebook will not automatically keep showing your ad to the people that you are trying to target, because fundamentally, as an advertisement, Facebook will show to whoever and as many times and as many people as possible. So if first thing first, if you are okay, sorry, I got distracted a little bit. So first, in my opinion, now my time frame to judge whether a campaign is performing or not is usually we will at least use a 7-day data. Okay, we will use a 7-day data, okay, to look at whether a campaign is performing or not, because usually 7 days is good enough for us to judge, because shorter than 7 days may not be good, but 7 days is actually a good duration. Okay, so from there, we will look at the data to see what's working or what's not, then we can make decision or optimization decision. Now, back to another thing that you were talking about, which is you are trying to say that you want to run your ads longer for 30 days to judge, because people may not buy, at the same time, or people may need to see your ads multiple times to do this. So in this case, right, you know what, James? Narit, you want to actually set up a 2-step funnel advertisement, which is you want to have one campaign running simultaneously. One campaign running to target new people, the other one running simultaneously to retarget those people who have taken action but yet to buy. So that is how you can actually have a structured campaign, in my opinion. Okay, so when you have a retargeting one, then of course we will apply some exclusion in our tier 1, which is the broad targeting campaign. Technically for us to keep having this campaign targeting new people, finding new people, so to keep it fresh running, evergreen campaign. So find out more, you can actually go to my YouTube channel and search for 2-step funnel, 2-step funnel Facebook ads strategy. All right, so that's what I think. But Narit, again, if you need help, it looks like you have some interesting questions that I want to look further into your account to give you better recommendation. I would suggest that you book a 30-minute with me so that we can, this is 30-minute 101, okay, for Ask Any Questions, but this is a different one, which is, this one-on-one Facebook ads analysis, whereby I will analyze your Facebook ads campaign, in half an hour. So we will look into whatever that you have right now, your existing campaign, and I will look at how can you further optimize. Let's say, are your ads performing? Are you overreaching? Are you, using the right objective? Is your target audience an optimized one or something like that? We can actually look at your campaign and I'll give you recommendation. So anyone who wants to have this, one-on-one session with me for me to look at your campaign, simply scan this QR code, buy me a coffee as usual, and we can spend half an hour looking into your campaign. And I promise I'll give you recommendations about how can you potentially do differently with your campaign. Okay, So that's from that's the question from Narit. Thank you, Narit. And last question I have here is from Christopher. Christopher Waring. Okay, Christopher is running an awareness campaign with video views. You're retargeting this video view, the 3 second, and after 821 views, you have not gotten a single retarget impression. You cannot imagine in 1,000 true time, not one single person has viewed a video for 3 seconds. What's going wrong here? Right, definitely you're right. All right. So after 821 views means that that's true view, which means these people watch at least like like 3 seconds or 15 seconds or 3 seconds and above. I can't recall. Anyway, view means at least they spend 3 seconds. So your retargeting should start working. You're right. Now there are a few situations that can potentially go wrong with your retargeting campaign. Now first, check your retargeting duration. Okay, are you retargeting people who watch your video in the last 3 days? If too short a duration, even though now you have 821, for the last 3 days, maybe you have only about 200. All right, so that's one potential, because when you have too small an audience, it may not run. So try to see whether you can lengthen the duration, make it maybe like 3 days or 7 days, maybe, to test it. Okay, so that's one thing. Now the other thing is, if you're very sure that you are retargeting at the correct duration and it's still not running, what can you do here is you can actually adjust the campaign bid strategy. Okay, you can push the bid cap higher to see whether it start running. Yeah, so these are the few things that we can do to to make sure that the retargeting starts running. Yeah, so that's what I can see. And of course, 3 seconds is already very lenient kind of retargeting. You should be able to get people in. Try to adjust the bid cap to see whether it helps. Yeah, okay, that's a quick question that I can have for you, Christopher. But just in case you want to dig deeper, okay, just in case you want to dig deeper, you can actually scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and you can spend half an hour looking into your campaign to see how can we actually do differently to make your campaign start working, make your retargeting campaign work again. So, yep, so that's that. And let's see. Okay, now I've got a few questions in the comment over here. So I'm just gonna go through this real quick. Thank you for joining me. First thing first, we have Tarita Hasman. So Tarita Hasman is asked, thanks for joining me. So your question is, if you want to use traffic campaign using WhatsApp, should you become the admin of the WhatsApp business? I think you should, right? I think yes, you need to become an admin of the WhatsApp business, and you need to tie it to your Facebook page. I think. I have not run WhatsApp campaign for a while. Okay, so yeah, I think basically you need to be an admin of the WhatsApp in order to do anything, to run ads and all that, yeah, and it has to be tied to your Facebook page. That's what I think. Tarita, yeah, and I think this GY answering, commenting on me talking about the pixel thing, right? The number of old case hackers, like the pixel is still sitting there. Yeah, that's the thing about the old pixel thing. Okay, right, and next we come in, and then we have Lukmano Hakim, and Lukmano is asking, how do you retarget without a website? Through meta sources? Yeah, you can actually retarget based on people who interact with your Facebook page, and based on people who interact with your Instagram account. So anything you can do, just go into the, like when you're setting up a campaign, go into custom audience, then you can see there are many things. So you don't need to have a website to do retargeting. That's why I always tell people, I don't have a website, can I run ads on Facebook? No, it's not the end of the world. You can do a lot of things even without a website. I have a lot of clients and students are running very successful business without a website. It's not the end of the world. Okay, Lukmano? So you go for that, try and see. And Chiwai say very much an eyesore. You mean a pixel, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, and Tarita is answering to Lukmano. Retarget people engage with your ads. Retarget people engage with your Instagram. Retarget people who watch your video. Retarget people who open your instant form, or like anything. Okay, so yeah, I think thanks Tarita for guiding Lukmano on this thing. Okay, so Tarita is helping Lukmano over here, and thanks for that. Okay, now GY was helping me about the WhatsApp thing. So two things: you need to tie your WhatsApp to the page, okay, and you need to tie the WhatsApp to your business manager as well. That's what I remember. It's been a while. Thanks, GY. So yeah, so that's how you do this and start running WhatsApp. Like for your campaign. Tarita, okay, and thanks GY for helping. Now then we have another question from Leah. Okay, would like to ask the tier one method is also for CPAS only if you don't have CPAS or only if you don't have CPAS? Only if you don't have CPAS. Would like to ask if tier one method is also for CPAS. I mean, two-step funnel. I mean, my two-step funnel is actually we have tier one ads and tier two ads, right? Actually, it works whether you do or do not have CPAS. Now, when you have CPAS, then of course it's perfect, all right? It's the best thing ever. We can do a lot more detailed kind of retargeting with our campaign. But when you don't have CPAS, you can still use Facebook native, like meta native engagement, such as like page engagement and Instagram engagement to do your retargeting campaign. You can still build a two-step funnel campaign. So it's still pretty okay. Yeah, so you try and see. Basically, for both, whether you do or don't have CPAS, if you're selling on Shopee, Lazada, or any marketplace, I have courses teaching you how to do this. So yeah, go and test and see whether, if you need help, then you can actually go to my website and look for the courses available. Yeah, so go for it. Thanks, Leah. All right, so Lukmano got your answer. Thanks for joining me. And Tarita is saying you can check it on. So you run the, like WAB WhatsApp campaign using traffic, using Bitly, kind of cheating to have a lower CPC, but you can't use it anymore. Oh, really? Cheating when you have lower CPC. But lower CPC doesn't mean more engagement, right? Or more conversation started. So I think it's good actually to test a different strategy. Or you can actually use the WhatsApp API link. You can directly use the link. I think it's still okay. But then again, yeah, if you want to do a better one, I mean, lower CPC, like I said, lower CPC may not mean better result. That's what I always believe. All right. Awesome. All right. And yeah, thanks, Leah. I mean, just a quick one, guys. Just in case if you need, like really for us to spend half an hour to look into your situation or any questions you have or anything at all, you can actually book a half an hour by buying me a coffee. Book a half an hour with me so that we can actually look at your whatever questions you have, or if you want to audit your campaign also. I mean, audit campaign, I would suggest you go for this one because these are all my Fiverr gigs. If your audit campaign, then I want you to go for the audit one because we are accumulating very good review over there. So this is how we are building our Fiverr gig over here. So yeah, just buy me a coffee and I will audit your Facebook ads campaign, existing ones, and I'll give you recommendations about how you can actually do differently, potentially getting you better results and stuff like that. Okay, so scan this QR code. Yeah, don't need to, like whatever, just screenshot and then scan it with another phone and something like that. All right, so yeah, cool. All right, so that's half an hour. Awesome. That's what we do every Sunday night for half an hour to answer your questions. So any questions at all, feel free to post in any of my videos, and I'll answer them in the next Sunday AMA. So I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week ahead, and see you next week. Good night. Bye.